Matt, you haven't had a hip replacement.
No.
But you have had a serious back problem, haven't you? That unfortunately put an end to a really promising football career.
Yes.
So what happened then? What was the complaint?
Well, it came about as a result of playing too much football, I think, generally. I mean, I was at Leicester at the time, and it was lumbar 5, it is, for me, which is... it was... The white tissue around my back didn't regenerate. Regenerate, there we are. I'm that sad, that's really sad.
You get a sonic screwdriver.
Oh, no, yeah. At the rate that it should, apparently, and it was called spondylitis.
Yep.
Right.
And therefore, it sort of just would have got thinner and thinner and just kept thinning. And eventually it would have needed an operation in sort of my early 20s. So I decided against going down that route and stopped playing football, sadly. You know,
still active.
One of them things. Yeah, you know, I can still get about.
Yeah. But although you have got a bad back, or did have a bad back, you still do some of your own stunts in Doctor Who, don't you?
Yeah, I try to do all of them.
Good. We'll have a little chat about that in a second.
Yeah, are you a big fan?
Oh,
Indiana
massive
Jones?
fan. He's the man. Yeah, I love it. It's there's that great moment where there's that guy with the swords going. He just gets his guns out and goes. Poof. And apparently, it's because they had trained for a fight. They'd done a big, huge fight for it, but Harrison Ford hurt his back and couldn't do it, so he just went, I'm just going to shoot him instead, and bopped him.
No.
Yeah.
Good info.
But Vic, what a legend. And Vic Armstrong's book, The True Adventures of the World's Greatest Stuntman, is out now.
Yes. And as we were saying, you have done your own stunts on Doctor Who. It must be quite difficult, though, because as an actor, I'm sure you really want to push yourself, but you have to be sensible, obviously.
Yeah.
What type of things have you done, then, on Doctor Who?
Oh, we do all sorts of stuff, you know. I mean, a great credit has to go to those guys because they take all the hits and do all the falls. But obviously, you do parts of it. You'll do part of a fall, or you'll land into it. But I try and do as much as I can because it sort of helps me get into the scene.
Is it your decision of where you actually draw the line?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, this is falling down a slope.
Now, in fairness, I've seen scarier slides in Leisure Centres.
They built that, and me and Karen were like, "Whoa, you built us a whole slide." And we had to climb up it and slide down. It was but then it quickly wore off because we were in that goop all day, and it was horrendous. Cabbage in it and all sorts.
It's quite a thud though at the bottom. Did you get?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was
hip replacement. It'll be you.
I know, right? Yeah, I'll be.
Now then, talking of doubles, in Saturday's episode we see two of you, and it's a two-parters. The first one's on last Saturday. Can you give us a little bit of background? Well,
the Doctor meets his doppelganger in the form of a monster. However, with the Doctor, unlike anyone else, you know, he's sort of met his dream match because he's the cleverest and the vainest man in the world, sadly. But we learn there's a great cliffhanger actually at the end of this next episode. I can't say about who. But it's the biggest one of the season so far, so... and it's a whopper. I sort of really fell off my... Yeah, it's a real whopper. It's one of those... No.
Right, well, you heard it here first. So let's have a little look. Let's have a preview of Saturday's episode.
Cool.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. See, great minds. Exactly. So, what's the plan? Well, save them all, humans and gangers. Tall order. Sounds wonderful. Is that what you were thinking? Yes, it's just so inspiring to hear me say it.
Doctor, come on!
So, what now, Doctor? Well, time to get cracking, Doctor.
Brilliant. How did you film that, then?
Well, you do it once, and then a bit like kind of you guys have an earpiece in, and you have the lines replayed in your ear, and then you do it again, but you're doing it to no one, and you've got to match what you've done. Does this make sense? You've got to match the first version you've done. So if there's Dr. A, he says all his lines, and then Dr. B's hearing Dr. A's lines.
It must take ages, though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And that was in it was in the middle of December in Castles, and it was shatteringly cold. Yeah.
Are you quite, because you do actually watch yourself back, don't you? You're quite pleased when you see that, then.
Oh no, yes. I mean, I think all actors have a sort of a knee-jerk reaction to themselves, but yes, rather shamefully, I do watch myself every Saturday in Doctor Who, and I enjoy them. I think they're good.
Good lad. That's brilliant.
Now, amongst Matt's many claims to fame is his 12th place in this year's GQ magazine's Best Dressed Man list.
Oh, 12th.
Yeah. That's good.
Right.
We've got a lovely picture of you, actually. Let's have a look at this.
Oh.
Now, look at that.
Ooh,
that's an oil.
Yeah.
Have you seen that before?
I have indeed, yes. It was by a local artist called Sam, and I didn't actually sit for the portrait, he just took a picture, but, oh, there we are, well...
Yeah, well, we hear that the National Portrait Gallery are interested in that. Not so sure they'll be interested in this one.
Yeah.
Seen that one before, haven't you?
I know, yes, and they've been very generous to my upper body, I must say.
Yeah, good.
Very nice.
Perfect.
Now, you must have been offered absolutely loads of roles, but one you did earlier this year was you played gay man Christopher Isherwood, didn't
Yeah.
you? You had brilliant reviews for that. Why did you choose the role?
Well, yeah, you know, it was the script primarily. It was brilliant, and it was a very varied part from the Doctor. And I think, as always, it starts with the script, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're 28 now. Are you going to hang around playing the Doctor for a bit longer? Are you going to? Is Hollywood beckoning? I mean, you must be getting loads of offers.
Well, if it is, then I'm not aware of it. But
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't mind going to live in a hot country and eat my breakfast by a pool. That'd be nice, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the foreseeable future, I'm focused on Doctor Who.
The next series?
I hope so. If not, then I'm panicking.
No bother there.
How many texts do you think we in Britain send per hour?
Per hour?
Per hour.
Millions. Millions.
How many?
You're right.
Yeah, it is millions.
God, 5 million?
No. 11 million.
Damn.
It's incredible. Loads of questions. First of all, who came up with the idea of the bow tie?
I'm taking that one.
That's your... Really?
Yeah, and because, you know, I had the tweed blazer on, which was actually Piers's idea, the producer.
Yeah.
And I said, there's something missing. And I said, can I try on a bow tie? And they went, oh, yeah. And I put it on, and they went, actually, it works perfectly.
And
so,
do you tie it
does
yourself?
work.
Yes.
You do?
No, you don't.
Seriously, if you need lessons. Honestly, he taught me how to do it on Strictly.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, it's not that difficult.
All this goes back to Strictly.
Yeah. Favourite episode that you've filmed so far?
Probably Day of the Moon, because we got to go to the States, and I thought it was brilliantly ambitious.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We've got one here. It says, my 5-year-old daughter Saffron is an absolute huge Doctor Who fan. She would like to know, what monster do you find the most scary, and what is your favourite monster?
The Silents are, I think, the most scary. My favourite is either the Silents or the Weeping Angels.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there more pressure playing the Doctor than there is with other roles that you've taken on?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Well, because it's so loved by people, and it's and it's part of our sort of heritage and culture in a way that other parts aren't. And yeah, the first couple of months when I took on the job, and obviously David was so hugely popular as well.
Yeah.
It's sort of, you know, you're going, oh God, please don't hate me, world. But you know, it's a good pressure.
Yeah, but when people think of the Doctor now, they do think of you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Honestly, it's been
Thank you.
super. Honestly, how do you tonight?
Thank you.
That's all for tonight. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming in.
Thanks for having me on.
Saturday, BBC One, 6:45 p.m.
Well, it's just too good to be true. Frankie Valli will be here tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Aye.
Bye-bye. Thanks again, Matt. Brilliant.